clear. I'm parking.
See someone on 2-4.
So what do you want to do now?
High, man. How's that?
Get out of this thing.
Los Santos in here. Nice. Beautiful day. Yeah, it's some winds going on out there. It's kind of early, kind of strange. Yeah, just honest.
What's your plan?
True.
I'm going to enter the pattern. I'm right over the IP, so
Yeah, what altitude are you at?
I'm at 1100.
Yeah, so how do you look right here? Like,
I'm looking pretty square upwind.
all right.
Going 2-4.
You're at 900 feet. You're supposed to be a beam your intended point of landing at 900 feet.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're kind of screwed here, huh?
So we can do a crossfield and...
All right, well, I'll let you kind of work it out.
Going for that helicopter. Someone's lined up on 2-4. I'm not sure what they're doing.
They're not on it yet.
Okay.
Wouldn't it make sense to go right traffic here instead of going way over there? We're gonna get ourselves into a pickle here, huh?
Oh.
Right. Let's go like this. Hollister traffic, glider Kilo Lima, right downwind 24 Hollister. See right here? Now we're on a right downwind. We're at 800 feet right here.
Oh, okay. We're ready to come in.
Oh, heck yeah. We're at 500 feet in jail. We couldn't make it all the way over there.
Yeah.
So you can't get into a rote thing.
Yeah.
All right, so right here, go ahead and start adding dive brakes. There you go. Yeah, take your foot off the pedal and turn. There you go. Apply to right base final 2-4 holes. More dive brakes. There you go. All right, now half dive brakes again. You're on glide slope. Left aileron, right? So that dive brake move wasn't necessary. Take the nose off.
Caravan 569 there. It was all.
Now we're gonna go to the right.
Sending at 3,300.
Do you see me? I closed the dive brake a little bit to get a little.
Yeah, you didn't need to do that though.
Oh, okay.
You were. I was gonna go. Why you met? You had everything so dialed right at the spot. I don't know why you would.
Because now I want to float. I want to fly.
Well, no, we want to make our parking spot.
Okay.
we don't. The floating is undesirable.
I see.
Unless you're trying to make a parking spot or you're not lined up.
Traffic wagon 70 Alpha. Line up and wait.
Turn off this for a second. Turn this off.
No, I hear you. I thought I could make the crossfield pass, but that was a better option to go.
Well, we would have been really stretching it, right? And
Yeah.
so what I was trying to do over there with the little lift thing, we got off right at 1500. We did some circles in sync. I was trying to get you a little bit low.
It's easier to get down than try to find lift to get
so
up, right?
You have to evaluate the situation. So when you started the pattern over at Amazon, you were at 1,200 feet.
Yeah.
Which
is good. That's about right.
Well,
Are you guys going again?
No, we're done. But you want to be a beam your intended point of landing at about 1,100.
Oh, I see. Not at the IP.
Yeah, no. The IP is like 1,500 feet. So you're trying to look like an airplane. So airplanes come into the pattern. They fly either an 800 foot or 1,000 foot AGL. And when they get to the beam their intended point of landing, they reduce power and add flaps and come down from there. So we're trying to get to that same point, like about 1,000 to 800 feet, which puts us about 1,000 on the altimeter to 1,100. Somewhere in there is perfect. All right, so if we're at Amazon at 1,200 feet,
yeah,
and still flying this way,
yeah, we'll be at 800 almost.
Well, you were at 800 right over here.
Yeah. So definitely turn back.
So 800 is 500 AGL.
Yeah, that's way too low.
I didn't hear any of your radio calls, and the one that sounded like you made a radio call, it was inaudible.
Really?
I think the battery might be going low.
Yeah, possibly.
So Yeah.
I'm listening, Travis.
So so what
hear
you got to do is not get into a rote thing where it's like,
Yeah. Oh, I have to make the pattern. It's like, no, get it on the ground. Just make a right entry pattern instead of left traffic, and just be safe, right?
Yeah. So yeah, if you're starting to feel low, like say you're coming back low, you're not going to go all the way to the north IP. No, you're going to kind of come towards your first piece of asphalt and see what makes sense from there.
Yeah.
Because the whole goal is trying to get back to normal, and back to normal is a beam your intended point of landing at around 1,000 feet AGL.
I got you.
So we got to our beam at 800 feet AGL, but I mean 500 feet AGL, but on the right side of the pattern.
Yeah.
Which is as close to normal as we could bring it back to.
Yeah, just on final.
Right, we got back into the glide slope finally.
Right.
Finally on final, but if we would have come all the way over there, we would have been about 200 feet AGL, and then you'd be whipping it around on a 180. Now what happens if a
Now I got to land midfield.
Well,
if
yeah,
it came to that, right?
But now you're out of options. What if one of those three planes goes, I don't know what this guy's doing, and starts to take off?
Yeah.
You've really let yourself out of options. But now if that plane decided to take off and we're still at 800 feet, we could close the dive brakes, come all the way down here and land over here if we had to. So you didn't paint yourself into this one little corner.
Yeah.
You left options open. So anyway, that's when you're coming across here, if you're 1,000 feet on this side of the runway and not really close to over there, you should consider making a right pattern there, like 1,000 feet or less. If you're at 1,000 feet just crossing the runway, you're just going to keep your base in a little bit tighter and you'll be okay, you know? So anyway, hopefully that helped. I was trying to give you one abnormal procedure but tell you it was normal and kind of like get you thinking a little bit.
Yeah, at least I didn't try to square up on the cross and come down all the way over there. I was trying to go midfield, but we were still too low for that.
About 800 feet. We would have been probably about 600 feet on the altimeter beam your intended point of landing.
Boy, that sink really killed me over.
Yeah, so that's another thing. Okay, so outside of lift, there's always sink.
Yeah.
And so you got to mark in your mind where the sink is. So if we just did this giant big circle right here, all in sync, and then finally got back into the lift, you wouldn't want to turn right back into that giant thing of sink. So what you do is you go, all right, I know right there is sink, so I'm either going to come up here and then maybe I'll try a left turn, or maybe as I come into the lift, I'll fade this way and fly a little bit longer. I could direct the glider back into that good part, but I sure as hell don't want to turn right back into there.
Yeah.
That would be good if you were trying to center the lift, actually, and if they were the opposite.
Yeah.
That was a good turn to get back into the sink.
Perfect turn.
If that was lift, I'd be like, oh, good, you knew where the lift was, and turned back into it.
At that point, I was hoping. I was like, come on, it was over here somewhere.
Yeah, and so it's not for your first first two turns or so into the lift. It's not just like lift, rote, turn. It's kind of like, where is it? Feeling it down. I can move the golf cart a little bit.
Wasn't the best of moves, but it was a good learning experience.
Right. And so what we're trying to do, along with the flying, is develop the situational awareness and the airmanship and everything that goes along with it.
Yeah. Hold on, let me grab this real quick.